I'm going to be petty again. I'm going to be mean again. Morning Blow in denial. There's a before and after. Keith Olbermann is threatening to burn CNN to the ground. What? Even Dime Store Eminem, Kyle Kalinske, was so upset. Kyle is not okay. Crystal, make sure Kyle gets his nappy nap. Mark Hamill, Nancy Pelosi, hell, even Brooklyn Dead. They're all upset, every single one of them, because they are incapable of understanding the fact that they backed an old dog that has no dog in him anymore. And it's all of it's funny to me. All of it's hilarious. And this is a good way to start your morning. Are you ready to laugh? Yes, we are. I said, are you ready to laugh? Yes, the people are. Are you ready to laugh? Be quiet, you awful, awful man. So first, let's enjoy this with an appetizer of Morning Blow. Morning Blow, are you okay? Are you all right? Tell us, how are you feeling?
I don't really, you know what? I don't really care. Start your tape right now because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever.
This is a journalist. This is a guy who tells you the news. BSDNC, don't you ever change.
Now we're talking about Mike Barnacle democracy. And again, I'm not saying that everything happens today and maybe we wait a week. I'm just saying personal feelings, personal admiration, love, respect, honor, all the things I talked about in my feelings about Joe Biden, Jill Biden, and
his feelings, all the liberals' feelings are going away. Their feelings is in the dirt. Their feelings. Oh, Kit, why are you making fun of us liberals? Because it's funny to me. I love it. I love it when there's epic failures.
Their family that Mika and her family have felt about Joe Biden for 50 years, that I felt for as long as I've known him, that you felt about Joe Biden, that cannot play a role in any of this. This is a battle for the future of American democracy. And now
we're a republic, a constitutional republic. But in all reality, we're an oligarchy.
Is a good time in June. Thank God. In June and not October, in June. This is the last chance for Democrats to decide whether this man we've known and loved for a very long time is up to the task of running for president of the United States.
Is he up to task? I don't know. Keith Olbermann's got some choice words for CNN. Why are you so upset at CNN, Keith? Tell us. Enlighten us, buddy. And he's not in his balcony yelling at us this time.
The decision to not fact check the fire hose of lies that is Donald Trump, that is the entirety of his existence and the entirety of his campaign, the decision to not fact check any one of those lies by CNN was one of the most immoral decisions in the history of the free press in this country.
He wants his old job back. Okay? For those you don't know, good old Keith, they gave him the boot. Why? Probably because he's an insufferable prick, you know, and not the fun kind either. Probably. Who knows? But you're telling me that CNN didn't do its... CNN purposely created an environment that was supposed to be a win-win for Biden, and that wasn't even enough. They had to raise the gain for his microphone because his voice was so frail. There was no way that they could have, even if they came at Trump with all the fact checks as possible, that still wasn't going to be a big enough distraction to Joe Biden looking like somebody's grandpa that wandered off somewhere. That's the situation.
Literally, I am suggesting that at some point tonight, CNN should, it will not, go off the air in shame, fire everybody, seal off the buildings, make sure everybody's out, and burn the goddamn place to the ground.
What's wrong with you, buddy? Okay. No, seriously. You're upset that they didn't do their job. They did. They made and the thing is, they did everything right, but Biden still messed it up. But Keith Olbermann threatens to burn CNN to the ground because of last night's debate. Well, here, let's talk about the debate, right?
He is blatantly mischaracterizing the disaster that was his presidency, and that got a lot of attention and didn't get a lot of pushback. But let's have another debate where actually the moderators will push back on Donald Trump's lies. He intimidated your network, unfortunately, and there was no pushback. He was given free rein to just lie as much as he wants. And that's not helpful to the American public either.
Yeah.
He is blatantly.
First of all, I want to say something clear here about the debate last night. Okay. It's the candidate's job to push back on the other candidates, not the moderators. Okay. The moderators are there to keep the peace. The candidates are the ones fighting each other. Okay. Or at least debating. The moderators in CNN, as I said before, made this perfect safe space for Biden. But he didn't. He couldn't perform. And that caused everyone to see how incompetent Biden is. A lot of these liberals are not okay. Hey, Kyle, Dime Store M&M, enlighten us how you really feel about Biden.
Joe Biden, you had one job in this debate, and it was to not look like a zombie. It was to not appear half dead. Yeah, I know all the right-wingers have been talking, oh, yeah, he's on Adderall, or he's doing cocaine, or he's drinking Monster Energies or Red Bulls or whatever. I know what they've been saying. But that does not mean your ass is going to go au natural and think that'll work out. I'll show them. I'm going to go up there with no chemical assistance. Motherfucker.
Dude, are you asking that Biden get that chemical assistance? That's going to mess up his brain even more. Say that again, Kyle.
But that does not mean your ass is going to go au natural and think that'll work out. I'll show them. I'm going to go up there with no chemical assistance. Motherfucker, you should have injected the entire pharmacy. I wish you were on uppers.
Oh man. I am on top of my ivory tower and I'm looking at the liberals cry. I'm looking at them all. Their ivory towers are all falling apart and I'm in mine and I'm just like, yeah. Burn. You wind up on all those drugs, Kyle. That's called elder abuse. Come on, be nice. Be better.
Natural and think that'll work out. I'll show them. I'm going to go up there with no chemical assistance. Motherfucker, you should have injected the entire pharmacy. I wish you were on uppers. They should have given you every upper ever made.
But if you want to see some collective denial, I mean, there's more of this. There's more of this. Here we got good old Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill. Keeping my expectations low for this debate, considering the highlight last time was, will you shut up, man? To where it's now, Biden, where am I, man? Where am I? Where am I? But the responses are just as glorious. You got Nerd Erotic saying, you're awfully quiet tonight. Brand Herrera saying, glad you kept your expectations low. Go get your boy, Mark. He didn't do too well, from Nina Affinity. It's absolutely glorious. It's glorious to see this all fall apart in front of every single one of the Vote Blue, no matter who crowd. And for me, it's beautiful. Hey, everybody. Remember this guy? Brooklyn Dad. I will never watch another bullshit CNN debate. Oh, don't be sad, honey child. Don't be sad. Or, hey, old hagbag Nancy herself. Nancy Pelosi. Tell us how you really feel.
So then you look at something else. People are concerned about inflation. 16 Nobel laureates came out this week and said that if what's his name were elected president with his fiscal policies, inflation would just increase enormously in our country. And you have Joe Biden on the other side of that screen leading the world in reducing inflation in our country.
And finally, hold on. I want to acknowledge this right here. The full-on morning blow cope. Shout out to Matt Orfa, who put this wonderful gem together.
Okay, start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth.
President Biden should not run again.
I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically. My God, is he going to complete his sentence? This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. There were times he said he was going to give us 3 points. He gave us 1.5. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it. Let me just say, Democrats off the air will say Joe Biden's too old. And F you if you can't handle the truth. Mika and I, everybody we talk to, every political discussion, when it comes to Joe Biden, people say, man, he's too old to run, isn't he? When I say every discussion, I don't mean 99% of the discussion. Every discussion. We got it. I asked Reverend Al if he was hearing it all the time on our show this past week. He's hearing it as well. So, in fact, I think he's better than he's ever been.
Pennsylvania, I have a message for you. Send me to Congress.
Pennsylvania, send me to Congress. Send me to Congress, Pennsylvania. Shout out to our viewing audience members from the great state of Pennsylvania.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. You know, we have to come together. That's why I'm running. I'm running as a proud Democrat for the Senate.
And F you if you can't handle the truth.
Everything's absolutely glorious. I do want to acknowledge somebody here in the chat here real quick. So, Hassan, thank you so much for the $10. Do appreciate it. Kit, why are you more forgiving of Donald Trump and his hate-filled followers than you are of Joe and liberals? A little one-sided there, don't you think? One is more likely to silence you than the other, bro. First of all, I've seen hate take on various forms, be it liberal or conservative, progressive or libertarian, green, socialist. Yes, hate comes in many forms. But calling all of Donald Trump and his followers hate-filled, that's incorrect. No. And I'm not forgiving of Donald Trump. I know what to expect of Donald Trump. Why I am very hard on the Democrats is because they put on this neoliberal mask pretending that they care about the social issues. They never did, and they never will. And we have been hit hard by the censorship, especially under Joe Biden's presidency. So all these times, Hardlands Media has been shadow banned, demonetized, censored, silenced, almost kicked off the platform. It's been happening under the 4 years of Joe Biden. Now, yes, the same things were around during Donald Trump's time too, but we never really got hit hard like how we are under Joe Biden's administration. This has been a very difficult time for independent media as the censorship intensified. And in regards towards the liberals, I mean, so many times, you know, the cancel culture and the censorship that's been happening by a lot of people who are Democrat, liberal, neoliberals were directed towards independents and progressives that were challenging the Democratic Party. I know what to expect from Republican lawmakers. I'm not forgiving of the Republican Party, nor am I forgiving of the Democratic Party. I view both parties one and the same. But I am going to do a little I told you so and victory lap over Joe Biden and the Democrats because I said that this was going to happen in 2020. I'm eating this up and I'm loving every minute of it because so many people who are critical of Joe Biden and his age, who've been censored and silenced, have been proven to be factually correct. And if Donald Trump wins the presidency, well, what difference does it make? Goldman Sachs is still going to have a seat at the table. Wall Street's going to still have a seat at the table. The bankers are still going to have a seat at the table. And both parties will censor you and silence you. Why? Because they have an agenda and they have to follow the donor's orders. That's why. I'm not forgiving of Donald Trump, nor will I ever will be. I just don't owe the two-party system a goddamn thing. So, continuing on though, we do have this article from RT. Biden's team offers excuses for debate performance. Joe Biden's team that the U.S. president's poor performance during Thursday's debate with Donald Trump was a result of him being overprepared for the event and not getting enough rest. Oh, he wasn't rested. He wasn't tanned. They probably didn't attach a CPAC machine. The first presidential debate ahead of November's election, which was held in Atlanta, Georgia, has overwhelmingly described as a low point in Biden's bid for a second term. The 81-year-old sounded hoarse, lost his train of thought several times, and struggled to get his points across. According to Axios, which claims to have spoken to a person close to Biden, the president's poor performance was due to him being prepared for the wrong debate. So he got prepared. So what happened here? He was overprepared? Or you prepared him for the wrong debate? Did you give him the wrong debate question, CNN? Which one is it? So no matter what anybody says, be it Keith Olbermann, Morning Blow, Dime Store Eminem, or anyone else, Brooklyn Dad, Mark Hamill, any actor or actress, anybody of prominence in the Vote Blue, no matter whose sphere, which one is it? Everybody's confused. And if you're a progressive or an independent and you're on the fence about maybe wanting to vote for Biden, if this doesn't tell you to go all in to vote third party, or either that, not vote at all, I don't know what will. Okay, so slow to start, according to Kamala. Overprepared, and then prepared for the wrong debate. He was overprepared and relying. Again, he is somebody that wasn't ready. He wasn't set. They prepared him for the wrong debate. He was overprepared when what he needed was rest. It's confounding. Listen, hold on. Wait, we're zooming in on this. We're zooming in on this and highlighting it too. They prepared him for the wrong debate. He was overprepared when what he needed was rest. It's confounding. Well, Jesus Christ. The outlet also spoke to a former White House official who argued that people on Biden's team needed to be fired for the blunder. He noted, however, that this probably wouldn't happen because Biden rarely dismisses people. Meanwhile, Politico has reported that the Democratic Party is now actively discussing the possibility of replacing Joe Biden. Oh, no one expected this nosedive, a senior Democratic advisor told the outlet, noting that Biden was bad on message, bad on substance, bad on counterpunching, bad on presentation, bad on nonverbals. There was no bright spot in this debate for him. A number of major Democratic donors have also expressed bewilderment at Biden's performance, with some insisting the president needs to drop out of the race. Our only hope is that he bows out. We have a brokered convention or dies. Otherwise, we are effing dead, an advisor to Democratic donors told Politico. Despite the blunder, Biden's team has indicated the U.S. president does not plan to drop out of the race, with one campaign official telling Politico that he's the only person who's ever beaten Donald Trump and will do it again. According to a CNN flash poll after the debate, 67% of registered voters who watched the contest felt that Trump had outperformed Biden. Well, I hate to say I told you so, but liberals eat that crow. Eat that crow and enjoy every minute of your failure. Eat that crow and be silent. Now, to be clear here, I never wanted to see Donald Trump win in 2016. I had a foolish, idealistic notion that Bernie Sanders was going to fight all the way at the DNC convention, maybe run as an independent. I was wrong. I was wrong to support him again in 2020. Now, Donald Trump, he beat Hill Dog. I remember walking out of the Wells Fargo Center after the DNC convention, and my brain just clicked and said, Kit, there's a 50-50 chance Donald Trump could win this, and you must accept it. There is a 50-50 chance that, yes, Donald Trump can or use it at much higher, that Donald Trump can win the presidency again. And do I want to see that? No, because I'm not a Democrat voter, and I'm not a Republican voter. I'm going to say that again. I don't support either party. But I am not surprised that Trump is running again. And so many people are in full-blown panic mode. all you liberals, all you pundits, all you people of large social media following who went to bat for Biden in 2020, bullied people in 2020, really did everything you could to dismiss and break apart the progressive independent movements that started from 2016. You have to live with the choices that you made. But do you want to know who doesn't have to live with it? Do you want to know who doesn't have to, suck it up and eat a crap sandwich? And that is the rest of us. Now, we're going to be living our lives as best as we can because nothing improved under Biden. Nothing fundamentally changed. And if Trump is going to win office, nothing's probably going to change either. Okay? So there. That's not going to happen. And none of it's going to happen. The only way we're going to make change is that the citizens take the initiative and actually fight for themselves through citizen ballot initiatives, through creating movements and organizations not connected to the Democratic Party or Republican Party, supporting independents and third-party candidates. That's how we get our power back. And it's going to be a long, arduous road. Some of us may not make it there at the end, but it's far better than relying on electoral politics. But I am not surprised at Biden's failure because we all saw his decline in 2020. And I am not surprised that Trump is running again and that he's universally more popular in comparison at his rallies than at Biden at his own rallies. It's a sign of things to come. So go ahead, folks. Collectively continue to cry. You vote blue no matter who, people. Continue to melt down. Continue to bully. Continue to scream at everyone that's not agreeing with you. But you did this yourself. You backed an old dog that no longer has that dog in him. He just wants to go home and take a nap. But no matter what happens in November, grab the popcorn because the TikToks, all these videos of these liberals, these vote blue no matter who people crying into the camera as it goes into the World Wide Web, it's going to be glorious to watch. And I'm going to be laughing at all of them, as I should be, as should all of you.